Hello and welcome to SKTV News. You're watching Primetime English News with me, SUCHITRA Rajkumari. The headlines first. 14 Kuki hostages freed after 27 days in captivity, safely handed over to Taphau Kuki village chief by Senapati civil society organizations. United Committee Manipur UCM urges centre and state governments to reschedule Rajya Sabha poll date to honour June 18 martyrs. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand flags off 13 mobile medical units for hill districts under Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Adivasi Nyaya Maha Abhiyan and Dharti Abha Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan. Dualism among Manipuris often hindered government efforts and slowed overall progress of society, says Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Thokchom Satyabrata. Desam volunteers attempt to storm Board of Secondary Office, at least 4 injured in clash with police. Three women arrested while attempting to sell 20 kilograms of hand grenade shells without detonators or gunpowder to a scrap dealer. And now the news in a bit more detail. In a major breakthrough, 14 Kuki individuals who were allegedly held captive for days in Senapati district were released around 3:36 p.m. today. The 14 individuals were handed over by civil society organization CSOs of Senapati district to the chief of Taphau Kuki village as a safe and peaceful transfer. Thangtin Len Chongloi, Pautingkai Chongloi, Lunsai Chongloi, Kaimang Chongloi, Henguisen Chongloi, Luntinlan Chongloi, Tonggolen Chongloi, Senginlun Chongloi, Semin Hao Chongloi, Paugol Hang Chongloi, Hauminlun Kipgen, Lamgolen Kipgen, Thangmen Lang Chongloi, and Thangminlen Chongloi were released today after they have been held hostage for 27 days by Naga village guards. The handover was conducted in the presence of Senapati Police, personnel of Central Armed Police Forces CAPF, Assam Rifles and officials of district administration. United Committee Manipur UCM has appealed to the central and state governments not to hold Rajya Sabha election on June 18, calling it a highly sacred and emotionally important day for the people of Manipur. UCM questioned whether the election was deliberately fixed on the same day in an attempt to divert public attention from the annual remembrance of the People's Movement. In a statement, UCM Secretary for Information and Public Relations, Soiba Manil, said June 18 marks the anniversary of the 2001 Great June Uprising, when thousands of Manipuris rose up in protest against perceived threats to state's territorial integrity by the Indian government. Many lives were lost during the agitation, and the day is now observed every year as the Great June Uprising and Unity Day to remember the martyrs and strengthen unity. UCM argued that conducting the election on this day hurts the sentiments of the people and goes against the spirit of democracy. Emphasizing the emotional and historical significance of the day, UCM appealed to central and state governments to reschedule the polling to another date as a mark of respect to the martyrs and to honor collective sentiments of the people of Manipur. It also appealed to all sections of society, irrespective of caste or community, to unite and actively participate in the commemorative events at Kekrupat to strengthen Manipur's integrity and collective resolve. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand today flagged off 13 mobile medical units for hills districts hill districts under Pradhan Mantri Janjati Adivasi Nyaya Maha Abhiyan PM Janman and Dharti Abha Janjati Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan DAJGUA. In the flag-off ceremony, which was organized by Directorate of Health Service, Commissioner cum Secretary of Health and Family Welfare Sumant Singh, Director of Health Service Manipur Dr. N. Hemant Kumar, Director of Tribal Affairs and Hills Manipur Rang Namai Rang Peter, Director of Family Welfare Services Dr. N. Bino, and State Mission Director for National Health Mission Dr. M. Dinesh also attended the function. During the function, Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand handed over the symbolic keys for 13 mobile medical units to Chief Medical Officers of Kangpokpi, Chandel, Churachandpur, Kamjong, None, Farzol, Tamenglong and Tengnopal districts. Speaking on the sideline, Chief Minister Khemchand expressed confidence that the mobile medical units will help in providing medical care to the people in hill districts which are located at a far and challenging terrain. He added that these units will strengthen healthcare delivery in remote hill districts, ensuring quality medical services reach every citizen.
Maximum medical facilities, healthcare medical facilities, we value the labor. And sing the like the Habanati, I'm the remote areas in the treatment of Lakpa, Umchado Mayambo, Barat Pradhanmantri, Narendra Modi, Asan means, as a crowd of Smatic Mahani and Hazard.
Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Thokchom Satyabrata expressed serious concern over growing divisions within the state, claiming that even state government is fracturing into two distinct factions. It was addressing the gathering at a felicitation ceremony for medal-winning players at National Kickboxing Championship Cadet Junior and Senior 2026 held at Jaipur from March 15 to March 17. During the event at Moirang Khom Kabui Khul Community Hall, Kickboxing Association of Manipur honored 13 of its kickboxers who won a haul of 24 medals by presenting certificates and gifts. Speaking further, Satyabrata expressed concern that internal divisions within the state have often created hurdles for the government. He described this divisive nature as an inherent defect among Manipuris that hinders overall societal progress. The Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker noted that public must decide on their leadership rather than opposing growth and progress of others. He also stressed the importance of supporting promising athletes, pointing out that Manipuri players often experience decline in performance after excelling at junior level.
Government nakandagi pibo mai matingsi pi ning matumde adu masje hona sale le from le adu government desu patha samde nei sa ani thopi to government desu mani thuim Chidi Akoi Horapodi Pudi Yoraba instinct of near low way. I am out of the me and Magin has a Yadi, I'm a most in the Toleva. Kitan Kanaminaga, Kanamu Magin Hanya, Kanamu Hanya, have to the present and the people.
Now at least 4 Desam volunteers were injured this afternoon when security forces used baton charge and pepper spray to disperse a group of the student body attempting to storm BOSEM office. The students were demanding action against those involved in the alleged supply of substandard paper. Desam volunteers were blocked by security forces outside BOSEM gate, leading to a brief scuffle. Security forces then resorted to baton charge and pepper spray, injuring at least 4 volunteers. Irate demonstrators further attempted to storm Imphal police station, which is located adjacent to BOSEM office. Subsequently, a few representatives of the student body were permitted to meet with the SP of Imphal to hold talks. Speaking to reporters after the meeting, Desam President Oinam Romesh decried that authorities concerned have turned a deaf ear to their demands despite be repeated appeals. He also urged the Chief Minister and relevant authorities to constitute a high-level inquiry committee to conduct a thorough probe into the alleged substandard paper supply scandal.
Lamnumsigi education ki loisangda portfolio song pai da le video honorable chief minister de or kanda koi haning base kaino har kanda scheme ama tawre ha base masigi waroi sinama puthokri phawbodi honorable chief minister ju khangbiu adu tongan ba commissioner director aduga sigi chairman su oiriba aduga secretary su makoi me amna khangbi gada bi kaino har kanda issue ama lei base issue sigi waroi sinama lakri phawbodi never the sam ka dong jo phon lai ra han gada ba mairo look nate koi makhata na dum sidai hen ba ka na kan madum lakigani board of secondary education se sigum scandal ama paw matam sana question bang amoi da bo itardi national education policy gi matungina board as a lesson givna chumdong male na khali.
Now, Commander Unit of Singjamay Police Station arrested 3 women while attempting to sell 60 disassembled hand grenades without detonators or gunpowder to a scrap dealer. According to police, the items weighed approximately 20 kilograms. They were transported in a diesel auto bearing registration number MN070117 to a scrap yard at Singjamay Puramakong by 3 women residing at Irong Mayay Lekay under the jurisdiction of Mayang Imphal Police Station. Later, Singjamay Police Station team searched the scrap dealer's premises. A thorough investigation is underway in coordination with forensic experts, and backgrounds of the arrested women are currently being verified. BJP candidate Adhikari Mayum Sharda Devi has been declared the only validly nominated candidate for Rajya Sabha election for Manipur. The list of validly nominated candidates was released on Monday after scrutiny of nomination papers by the returning officer of the election. Sharda Devi, a resident of Brahmapur New Thongbutong in Imphal East District, is the sole candidate in the race for the lone Rajya Sabha seat from the state. The official notification was issued by the returning officer and secretary of the Manipur Legislative Assembly, Rohit Ranjan T. Sapam. Now, Rongmay Naga Lupon Manipur State RNLPM President Jingdin Liu Panmay announced that Naga community will continue their protest until remains of the 6 Naga hostages are recovered. He also warned that Naga community will resort to an eye for an eye approach. RNLPM President was speaking to reporters after he arrived at RIMS mortuary along with several other Naga CSO leaders to claim the body of Chunjanglung Pammay this morning. The mortal remains of Chunjanglung Pammay was later taken to his birthplace to perform last rites. Notably, Chunjanglung Pammay was found dead a few hours after he went missing following suspected Kuki militant attack at Jaroy Pandongba in Kangpokpi district yesterday morning. Speaking further, RNLPM President expressed strong apprehension that indigenous communities will be annihilated in the near future if they keep exercising their restraint to the alleged Kuki aggressions. He further said that it is high time for all indigenous communities to forge united front among indigenous communities to defend themselves. Jingdin Liu Panmay also highlighted urgent need for blocking movement of Kuki armed groups along Indo-Myanmar border while accusing Assam Rifles of supporting them.
Government in the Paikat Kadava Tabak Toram, Magi Ladiba Security Forces, Mayam Tajal Laganda, Tuiba Toboche Kanana Torino, Karai the Gino Tijan, they moved the Lepaga Yang, TV Yang Ladeva. Pura hangana lairiba security forces mayama chingkhong chingya matakta loi layeba adugum laba terrorist singduna tawba thabak chingche mana ka toro phawda usannadreba ngasi aikoi mok sidai sida sumaina asiba se lawba gi thabak se aikoi na sidai sida condemn tawba awa bu phungdo ko china aikoi thabak oi lenadraba government aikoi ngak ngam hai ta ga di aikoi ju thang pai gara nongmai pai gara ten pai gara aikoi thokpa tawna jagra geba ngaktok piroba
Naga Singi, Purup Kayana, Sarga Naga Hydra platform, Amatang Simza River platform Sida, Lingzen Mananaba, Unity, Laina Bigi Makta, Sinbi River Cookie, Buyam Tagale, Maramdi, Aquine Amato over period of Oil Lepani, Makoy Cookie history, D, Septin Sabegi history, day, I would say, Mayak Sing Nakambi.
Now, Natives People Committee Manipur NPCM has strongly condemned the high-handedness of Assam Rifles on women protesters at Ukhrul district and has also condemned the brutal killing of 57-year-old Tujanglung Panmei at Pongringlong village. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Press Club, convener of NPCM Asankasar condemned Assam Rifles for using brute force against womenfolk who were protesting against planned Assam Rifles outpost at New Haven. Further, Asankasar informed that a complaint will be issued into the incident. Speaking further, Asankasar also questioned the silence of state government on killing of Tujanglung Panmei at Pongringlong village yesterday.
Rifle na kari kitama ka khun sing da paupi da na ayaba law da na ot post to hangadori bano haibagi madu yade haidana protest toba adugumba imai bel sing da khong na kauraga chaina phuraga air case captain na nomai na threat toba mayama se Manipur da leriba indigenous people native people mayam na strongly condemn tofam thoi phattaba chathariba sigi security forces ki mathakta legally action lawba yabra haibado native people committee na khanaba kanda akhoi further process togani haibase thamjari ichinaw rongmai ama chungchanglung panmei haiba mahak chingda karaga ising yengba chapda kuki militant singna pharaga yamna sathiba mongda hat pikhiba asikuba micham singda maram leitadana pharaga hat khiba sida state government na ngasi phawbada tumina leiba garimata action lokhatadana leiriba se mase akhoi yaningde
Assam Rifles na Manipur da solution nama porakpa pami, shanti porakpa pami, nena tabo kunsi ma miyam singna pami. Indian Security Force haibisi kari nga ganda public nga nabalay Hujiti public nga koy mauta communal ko ganda communal sida indigenous people singche. Loy mak sigra ganda mapandagi lakpa adugum naba illegal immigrants sing na pan palay pa ama siyam na naba India ga mena chatharabra haibise ay koy masigi waham si yam chawn India ga mena hangningi. Masimak aikoina chingne aduna suda lariba sing abrogate tawgadamni makoi singje su lokho ganda takai ga dabani natraga di aikoi miyam chingji security aikoi hujik laiba ngamdre.
Now, Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, Kokomi Women's Wing, has strongly denounced the alleged use of excessive force against Tangkhul women by Assam Rifles personnel during June 7 protest at New Haven Hill in Ukhrul district. Addressing a press meet at its Lamphelpat office today, Kokomi Women's Wing convener W. Luang Lema claimed that Assam Rifles personnel unnecessarily used tear gas and physically assaulted women under the impunity of Armed Forces Special Powers Act, FASFA. She questioned whether Central Security Forces deployed in the state were sent by the Union Home Minister to assault civilians. Luang Lema added that the clash might have been avoided if Assam Rifles had consulted local women before setting up their outpost. She also condemned a recent statement by the CRPF DG allegedly instructing forces to shoot anyone carrying guns in public places, calling it an attempt to spread panic among general public. Kokomi Women's Wing co-convener R.K. Tharaksana also condemned the alleged use of excessive force against women in Ukhrul.
khunggang amata hekta central force singina madu leiba khunggang dugi leiba miyam dugi concern kemta lawde bida pradhan boiro member boiro club boiro maira boiro dugi ayaba yawga moi heta leiningi haidana heta sanghel laganda sugumba mata wodi central force ke dugumba yamna heman ba haiba tare sugumba sida miyamna hanglari ko hangsida aikhoi si bali ge hameng dona makoina sum adumaina tawkana no mono tek tek tawkana lesumba di khudong cham sima si aikoina yaba ngamoi ima singda piri harassment se aikoina mamang de gisu lawga lai central force sing ge handikro haidana lambi.
The importance of forest in tackling climate change is a proven fact. One such example is the Punsi Lok under Langol Reserve Forest. The revival of Punsi Lok has not only provided a natural habitat for various species, but also brought back various springs to life, and the springs are playing a vital role in ensuring the survival of Lamphelpat. SKTV News brings you a special report.
Saba hengalakpana maram oiraga ngasimak malemda leiriba jiba panba khudingda chawna chaitheng piri Manipur da su masigi chaitheng fanglakli ekhoi khudingna uri thengnari matang asida uwa thaba umang yokhatpa paturel ifutna chigmasing mang khidanaba ekhoi pumnamakna hotnaminabagi tangai fadaba adu leirakli umang amabu yokhatpana local microclimatic condition haibadi mafam adugi aying asada khara khazik fagalakpa haibasi mahusani inglising ani ama matamaswaida uwa ningthina hauramdaba mafam miyoi ama khakna luchingduna mahaka wakhalon manaba miyoi singa loinana kanna honaduna Wildlife and Habitat Protection Society WAPS haina mingthonba sangsthana ma semduna hauzik uwana pik thalaba sa uchi kayagi pothafamama oiraba umangama oirakli punsilo Punsilok Kangladagi kilometer nipan makai khaktamak chatlaga leiba Langol Reserve Forest ki saruk ama oiriba umangamani nature lover mahausabu nungsiba haibasi miyoi khuding oiba yai adubu nature lover with action mahausabu nungsiba haibasi thabakta onthokpa haibasidi aikhoi mayamgi marakta tangna thokli umangasida chahi taruk naitom yarektuna umangasibu senarakpa chahi kun hena umangasiga sagona duna laklaba moirang them loyangamba
live itself akhoi maming ju punchilok chu korea duga umang ama yokatpa habase society magi maturity to reflect torin hai tare ko umang ama thamamba umang ama semgat pa habase mi amagi mathaune soil adagi forest ecosystem river ocean ji koi source ne ba koi hawfam ne ba si respect tawdraba koi source leitre source yaudana kamaina source ju tap khreng khaloni singi futama chelam ade futu tat khadi mathan de singu sen du le poidra life ju le phidoi ne ba ko akoina geological time di ba yap sang na 4 billion years ki time ni akoina khan da ba ne ba human ju tam ne akoina source mang human ju tap tam extinct oi ki doi ne ba
Imphal mayondagi asaba nungshadagi Punsilok umangasi yobada ing lauba fawi Punsilok umangasina maram oiraga local microclimatic condition haibadi mafam asigi akoibagi aying asagi fibam fana thambagi mami chawna Punsilok ta tari
Aigi ming aribam Vijay Krishna Sharma Kawi Singwa I origin budi lamakrang kungdaini adu I sida for the last 12-13 years I sida dum le punsi lekai Punsilok mayaji adum sagona raga laaga dum loi urakpa haitare ado mayam amasum ura lakre pingai matamdana yamna phajaba mafam ama oira mayamna songdana khotana singyanba khoppa ama sum tawkodagi phibam je kairoba adugi face amasu owe leiba jaga sidi kandaba yadi kaina moina sigi jaga je moina kallaga smaina honera kanda akoi ohong mayam amadi ubo phangba haitare flora fauna akoi species makan anai usek species makan anobu sing pair ko dum thengna jaba haitare ising gi je Punsilok maru rom dagi smaina ifut mayam ama nongna haitare dum akoi ising je dum for all year round dum ising phangbagi haitare yamna mak phangdragasu hana phangna lemdu ising ifut thorakpo gumba summa mayama dum thengnai
Malim gi oina ayingasa nongju nungsagi khalda ahongba lakpa aikoina thengnari ka hena sabagi awaba ꯑꯇꯦꯟꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯀꯟꯕ ꯅꯣꯡ ꯆꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯈꯨꯗꯛꯀꯤ ꯏꯆꯥꯎ ꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯑꯅꯧꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯄꯨꯟꯁꯤꯂꯣꯛꯀꯤ ꯍꯣꯡꯂꯛꯂꯤꯕ ꯃꯇꯧ ꯑꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯐꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯀꯣꯏꯕꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝ ꯐꯒꯠꯍꯜꯂꯛꯂꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯅ ꯇꯥꯛꯄꯗꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯥꯏꯃꯦꯠ ꯆꯦꯟꯖꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯛꯄ ꯆꯩꯊꯦꯡ ꯃꯥꯌꯣꯛꯅꯅꯕ ꯄꯥꯏꯈꯠꯄ ꯊꯧꯔꯥꯡꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗ ꯎꯃꯪ ꯌꯣꯛꯈꯠꯄ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯊꯧꯔꯥꯡ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯅꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯤꯅꯤ ꯍꯤꯔꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯥꯡꯗ ꯏꯟꯇꯔꯅꯦꯁꯅꯦꯜ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯌꯟ ꯐꯣꯔ ꯀꯟꯖꯔቬꯁꯟ ꯑꯣꯐ ꯅꯦꯆꯔꯒꯤ ꯀꯃꯤꯁꯟ ꯃꯦꯝꯕꯔ ꯁꯂꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯖꯦꯁ
climate change ki wahum gi naina bada tamani khak sijine mana climate mitigation aba ba adaptation aba ba mitigation jina kirang scientific way upai thira kanda carbon tawna saba hengalai ba maram carbon dioxide methane gas kun keng je carbon na phada gaduna habi gi scientific way ba kadun de adaptation jina masidi science way gera mo gera science khangda kamu ora su local community mem yoraka u thajan ba sing kan ba patla upai mem je thiraga adapt tawno hona bane pusilok ta tawriba conservation je jai kun mu taw pa da u ji asok so wa phajana mana kai le masi lai bisina apaina ivapo transpiration hai ingdan ba ita Imphal ga koi bi da kitang la pe park ya koi bi da kitang ingdan ba gi chang je hauri bu mong ji da mateng pa ada pusilok ta kan masina su sing tar pusina la pe park ki sing gi fit hai tare la pe park hing ba da mateng dum pa
मियोय खरा खकना मफम अमबु असी यौना सेमगतप ngamlagadi tongan tongan ba leiriba umang kayabu mafam mafam aduda leiriba miyoy singna semgatlagadi ngasi ngasi mak thengnariba ai ngasagi fibamda kadai fawba control tawba ngamgani haibadu naina minabagi tangai fataba leiri loinana sa uchek umang paturel na chingba kanba pamliba miyoy sing amadi sangstan singbu pukning thogatpagi tangai fataba adu leiri SKTV News की दमक पाउदम जरीबी मेरीना ओइनाम इम्फाल
Speaker of Manipur Legislative Assembly Thokchom Satyabrata felicitated Khoisnam Tokyo Mitai, who has received Inspiring Human Award record from European Records Book for his philanthropic work. 46-year-old Khoisnam Tokyo Mitai, son of late Khoisnam Koba, currently works as Assistant Data Entry Operator, Juvenile Justice Board under Social Welfare Department, Government of Manipur. He has been contributing a sum of 200 rupees to elderly, HIV-affected individuals, disabled persons and widows every month since 2016. He has been providing financial assistance to all Manipur Hawker Association as well. For his contribution to society, ABR Award Committee recommended him for Inspiring Human Award by European Records Book. Khetrgaon MLA Sheikh Nurul Hassan today inspected banks of Kongbu River in Imphal East District's Kongpal Khaidem with the aim to check flooding during rainy season. The MLA was accompanied by officials of relevant authority during the inspection with the intention to construct retaining walls at vulnerable areas. On the other hand, Kongpal Social Development Organization Club has also thanked MLA Sheikh Nurul Hassan for constructing retaining wall around the local playground.
ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯎꯟꯁꯤ ꯂꯧꯕꯨꯛꯇꯒꯤ ꯊꯣꯡꯀꯠꯂꯛꯑꯒ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯕꯁꯤꯗꯩꯗ ꯂꯝꯁꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯃꯥꯡꯉꯒ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯗꯩꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ MLAꯗ ꯍꯥꯏꯖꯔꯒ LDCRꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯤꯇꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯟ ꯑꯅꯤ ꯊꯣꯛꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯐꯦꯁ 1 ꯐꯦꯁ 2 ꯔꯤꯇꯔꯅꯤꯡ ꯋꯥꯟꯁꯦ ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯕꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯀꯥꯏꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯀ꯭ꯂꯕꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯅ MLAꯕꯨ ꯍꯟꯅ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯆꯔꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
Now it is time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Manipurna thokpa cherolamagi matung inna Imphal gi Thangal Bazar amadi Pauna Bazar da leiriba yum amadi dukan singi oiba door to door campaign ama lakliba June gi tang 10 da pangthoklagani hairi hariba campaign asida property tax amadi property mapu singna makhoi gi property gi tax thiba gi matang da awareness pigadauri campaign asida dukan singi cha da chama license oinanaba registration tawbagi khudong chaba su pigani Segregated Municipal Solid Waste Yumthong Khudingi Khomgatliba Sida enrollment Taunanaba awareness to Pigani Maramasina Thangal Bazar Amadi Pauna Bazar da Ladiba Property Singi Mapuna Imphal Municipal Corporation Paikatliba Khong Thanga Sida Mating Panganaba Imphal Municipal Corporation Gi Municipal Commissioner M Nando Singh Nathokpa notification Namana Kanghalakli
ꯂꯥꯜꯂꯕꯗꯤ ꯆꯨꯝꯊꯣꯛꯄ ꯃꯣꯠꯁꯜꯂꯕꯗꯤ ꯅꯥꯜꯍꯟꯕ ꯃꯤꯄꯨꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯀꯤ ꯍꯧꯅꯁꯥꯅꯤ ꯑꯩꯍꯥꯛ ꯖꯦꯅꯤ ꯈꯨꯔꯥꯏ ꯂꯩꯕꯥꯛ ꯁꯦꯝꯕꯗ ꯃꯤꯄꯨꯝ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯃꯛꯁꯨ ꯁꯔꯨꯛ ꯌꯥꯃꯤꯟꯅꯁꯤ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯨꯅ ꯄꯥꯎꯖꯦꯜ ꯈꯔ ꯄꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯂꯥꯛꯆꯔꯤ ꯚꯣꯇꯔ ꯂꯤꯁꯁꯤꯡꯕꯨ ꯇꯁꯦꯡꯅ ꯊꯝꯅꯕ eligible ꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯚꯣꯇꯔꯁꯤꯡꯗꯃꯛ ꯌꯥꯎꯍꯟꯅꯕ ECIꯅ Special Intensive Revision ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ SIR 2026 ꯍꯧꯔꯦ ꯃꯦꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯛ 30ꯗꯒꯤꯅ ꯖꯨꯟꯒꯤ ꯇꯥꯔꯤꯛ 19 ꯐꯥꯎꯕꯗ BLO ꯌꯨꯝꯊꯣꯡ ꯈꯨꯗꯤꯡꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯅꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯔꯝꯕ enumeration form ꯃꯦꯟꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯔꯒ BLOꯗ ꯁꯤꯟꯅꯕꯤꯌꯨ enumeration form submit ꯇꯧꯕꯤꯗ꯭ꯔꯕꯗꯤ voter list다 밍 야록로이 아쿠파 마롤기다막 BLO다 항비유 나트라가 1950다 콜 타우비유 I am in RU
Welcome back. Youth's Forum for Protection of Human Rights has expressed deep concern over recent developments aimed at addressing the prevailing law and order situation in Manipur, particularly decision of Government of India and Government of Manipur to deploy special security forces in the state. In a press release issued by its secretary, the Shadishkanta, Youth's Forum for Protection of Human Rights said it is imperative to question the extent to which these forces have been trained in international humanitarian law and international humanitarian rights law. It further maintained that such training is essential to ensure protection of civilians, particularly women, children, the elderly, and other vulnerable groups during any security or military operations. Further, the forum reminded that several areas of Manipur continue to remain under the purview of Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 and application of Section 43A of Unlawful Activities Prevention Act UAPA grants extensive powers to security agencies, including powers of arrest, search, and other coercive measures based on mere suspicion. These legal frameworks have long raised serious concerns regarding the protection of fundamental rights and civil liberties. Further, the forum called upon the Director General of Central Reserve Police Force (CRPF) and all relevant authorities to take effective measures to prevent human rights violations, ensure accountability, and prioritize safety, dignity, and protection of all civilians throughout the course of any security operation in Manipur. Now, All Manipur Recognized Private Schools Welfare Association AMRPSWA President Laishram Joykumar emphasized the crucial need for the authorities concerned to work sincerely in successfully conducting the Class 10 and 12 board examinations. He was speaking at a one-day seminar on the topic Major Public Examinations in School Education, Issues and Challenges at the Manipur Press Club, Imphal. Joykumar further noted that relevant authorities of BOSEM and COSEM such as SOs, OCs, invigilators and subordinate staff must work with dedication and utmost sincerity towards making the board examinations completely free and fair. He also stressed that importance of improving the teaching learning process and educational reformation in tandem with the NAP 2020. While questioning the practice of giving grace marks to students, Joykumar noted that evaluation and question analysis must be done properly, in addition to conducting the requisite number of classes for different standards.
mayamsi akoina ngakthok si natraga masibu karmaina avoid togade hai taragadi hauji national education policy gi makada laiba exam reform se maru en masi apply to tai aga hariba exam reform si tongna bagi damakta maru ba exam conducting authority oiriba council badi bona masi reform se athuba tongna bagi damakta state
Manipur Youth League Mayol has raised concern over the newly announced scheme for economic empowerment of women through self-help groups announced by Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchan in 2026-27 state budget. The scheme aims to provide 10,000 rupees each to 3.5 lakh women through direct benefit transfer DBT with a total budget of 350 crore rupees. In a statement, Mayol Publicity Secretary Konjengbam Samananda alleged that some MLAs and party workers are identifying promising beneficiaries at the constituency level ahead of Manipur Assembly elections. The organization questioned transparency of the scheme and urged government to clearly explain beneficiary selection process, eligibility criteria, fund disbursement timeline, and whether all 3.5 lakh women will receive assistance before Ningol Chakauba or in phases. Mayol stated that since the scheme is funded by public money, it should be implemented fairly and transparently to genuinely benefit women and avoid being seen as an election-related measure. Now, President of Indian Red Cross Society, Bishnupur District Branch and Deputy Commissioner of Bishnupur, Pooja Langbam, has launched a month-long tree plantation campaign in connection with World Environment Day at Kwakta today. The campaign is being jointly organized by Young Kwakta Organization YKO, Indian Red Cross Society IRCS Bishnupur District Branch, and Chayatap Foundation under the aegis of District Administration Bishnupur, Bishnupur Forest Division, and Superintendent of Police Bishnupur. DFO Bishnupur Vaikom Romabai, Bishnupur SP KSH Ravi Kumar, SDPO Moirang Dr. L. Jibit, SDPO Bishnupur S. Tripena RK, Chairperson of IRCS Bishnupur District Branch M. Imphal, Secretary Dr. H. Romain, Program Coordinator General Secretary of YKO Anish Ahmed attended the program, which was held at campus of Kwakta Makhalekai Makkah Masjid. Speaking on the sideline, DC Pooja Langbam stressed on the importance of concerted efforts in conserving the environment. She also lauded the efforts of Young Kwakta organization. On the other hand, DFO Bishnupur Vaikom Romabai urged people to play their part as responsible citizens of the nation to conserve the environment to contribute in the fight to combat climate change.
India da aduga Prithvi da akoigi climate change se amna real oirabanina akoigi any flooding oiba or even drought makatang simba climate adverse oirakanda akoi mi oiba da aduga animals sing akoigi tree sing this environment the solak da bamyam te akoina laksin na ba haina akoigi.
The members of Celine Digital, led by its chairman Dr. Panjobam Lenajit, carried out protest demonstrations at 22 tourist destinations in Nepal, drawing attention of tourists across the globe. During their protest on June 3rd, members of Celine Digital displayed placards with slogans such as "Long live Manipur," "Long live India," and "Resettle internally displaced persons to their original places." Speaking on the sidelines, Lenajit highlighted harsh realities of the state where hundreds of people had died amidst the prolonged crisis and thousands of IDPs remain languishing in relief camps. He urged both center and state governments to resolve the crisis at the earliest. Lenajit also stated that he will raise the matter in international forums as well. Federal Students Organization Gangleipak FESOC has strongly condemned the gun attack incident which occurred at Khetri Bengun Mamangching that caused injury to a minor girl. In a press note issued by Secretary of Publicity of FESOC, CH Bisanta Maitei, it is maintained that firing at the residence of Muhammad Imtiaz at Khetri Bengun Mamangching is highly condemnable and such incidents cause panic and terror to common people. Now, a condolence meeting was held at Samvardhini Nyas Manipur office at Sagolbantera Tungbram Lekai, Imphal on June 8 to mourn the death of Dr. Rajni Sarin, BJP executive member of Uttar Pradesh and a social activist of Samvardhini Nyas. Condolence was attended by Samvardhini Nyas Manipur convener Indira Oinam, Head of Department Training and Employment Umarani Devi, Head of Department Health Sector Yoga Surnalata Devi, and other members and officials. Members paid floral tributes to Dr. Sarin and observed 2-minute silence in her memory. The members expressed deep sorrow over her passing and said her contributions to social service and the organization will always be remembered. They also offered condolence to her family and prayed for eternal peace of her soul. Now moving on to sports. Telaiba Soram has been selected to represent India in Asia Triathlon Junior Cup 2026, which will be held at Kampar in Malaysia on June 13 and 14. Press note issued by Secretary of Triathlon Association of Manipur, Laikhuram Lenin, informed that Telaiba Soram has been named as part of Indian contingent by Indian Triathlon Federation on the basis of his performance in National Triathlon Championship 2026. Meanwhile, Triathlon Association of Manipur has congratulated Telaiba and wished him good luck to bring laurel for the country. And finally, we have the weather report. According to ICAR Regional Center Lamphelpat, state's maximum temperature recorded was 28.5 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was recorded at 22.5 degrees Celsius. The maximum relative humidity was measured to be 81% in the morning and 74% in the evening. And now, before we wrap up the headlines once again. 14 Kuki hostages freed after 27 days in captivity, safely handed over to Taphau Kuki village chief by Senapati civil society organizations. United Committee Manipur UCM urges Centre and state governments to reschedule Rajya Sabha poll date to honor June 18 martyrs. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand flags off 13 mobile medical units for Hills District under Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Adivasi Nyaya Maha Abhiyan and Dharti Abha Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan. Dualism among Manipuris often hindered government efforts and slowed overall progress of society, says Manipur Legislative Assembly Speaker Thokchom Satyabrata. Desam volunteers attempt to storm Board of Secondary Office. At least 4 injured in clash with police. And 3 women arrested while attempting to sell 20 kilograms of hand grenade shells without detonators or gunpowder to scrap dealer. And that is all the news we have for now. More news coming up at 8. Keep watching SKTV News.